Everyone, I want to get this video out. I try to do this every year to help the new people and even returning people navigate our website a little bit so they know where everything is, so everyone's on the same page and all that good stuff. I'm going to jump right into it. As you see up here, you can go through our testimonials, and then here's our staff. So this goes through all of our coaches. To the right of that, if you click on the lessons tab, so if you want to do a lesson with any one of our coaches, it's all right here. So all of our coaches schedule their own lessons, and then you just reach out to them. Most guys like an email, or you can text them as well. I know for me, if you look here, click here to schedule online with Rick. I only do that pretty much December through April because things get a little bit more hectic with the schedule and things are a little bit more magnified as far as the space in the facility. I will have that out, I'm hoping by sometime in October. But any of these other guys, if you're looking for pitching, we've got a lot of good guys: Evan Sankey, Matt Wells, Josh Ritchie, and then we have so many good guys. E.T. Mayles with hitting, Cole Kraft hitting, Noel Robinson hitting, Cole Wilcox hitting, Gage Camp does a lot of things, hitting, infield, all that good stuff. So that's where you're going to look for the lesson information and the phone numbers and emails for each of those individual coaches. Here's where our teams are. That's going to obviously be updated here in the next couple weeks when I get some time to update that. As you can see, this past year we had 8 teams. We're going to 11 teams this year, which is great. So we're growing again, and we had a really good year this past year. There's other things here like alumni update. You can go see our former players, where they've played in college or pro baseball. And then if you go back to the camps, so we have some of our camps out. If anyone has little ones, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, we're starting a rookie camp and kind of a rookie machine pitch league in October. So the beginning of October there. And there's going to be a lot more things coming. So hitting camps, and all that good stuff. That is all in addition. So you don't have to do these camps. These are open to the general public, but it's also open to CBT players as well that are looking for some extra work outside of our team practices. The tryouts tab, I think many of you have been on here. There's a lot of really good information on here. So like, for example, if you click on this, it talks about the fees, uniforms, and it kind of goes over some quick information of the program. There's fall ball information, practice player information. This is a really good one too here, the player and parent handbook. Tons of information on what we do, why we do it, payment methods, uniforms, winter practices, everything to tournament schedules, our expectations with hotels, and all that other stuff. So there's a lot of really good information here to read through when you have some free time. And then I'm going to go over here to the tournaments tab. You can see here we have tournaments basically every weekend, I believe, from the end of April, the last weekend in April, until the third weekend in July. The 2 exception weekends, this year we're going to have Memorial Day off and July 4th off from hosting any home tournaments. So that doesn't mean your team won't play on those weekends. It's just we don't have any home tournaments on those weekends. There's a lot of different factors why we choose not to host tournaments those weekends. We like to get most of our coaches to have a weekend off on those holidays so they can be with their families. It's also hard to find teams on those weekends because a lot of other people have that same thought. And it's also hard to find umpires, so that's why we kind of try to stay away from those weekends. As you can see on here, I do get things out rather quickly. You can see spring, summer 2026. Our home tournaments are already in. These are pretty much locked in. There is a slight chance that they could be moved based on other factors that we don't know of yet. But you can see we have tournaments all the way in here, and again, this is next year, so 2026, all the way through Friday, July 17th to Sunday, July 19th with a 13U tournament. Our 14U teams and under typically do 2 home tournaments a year. I believe our 11U does. I think it's our 10U team only has 1 so far. I am looking at another weekend to do with a 10U. I just haven't found that tournament yet, or that weekend yet, I should say. But everything's in here. So if you're looking to start your schedules, this is a good place to start with our home tournaments. You can also see if you go here. So once our tournaments are done and scheduled, I usually schedule those by February or March, so they get out pretty soon, and you want to know exactly when we play. So you're going to go on tournaments, hover over it, click on the tournament schedule. Like for example, our 15U fall tournament here in 2-3 weeks is already scheduled, so you can see when we play and where we play. So and then as we get down here, here's the 2026 tournaments, and as more teams sign up, usually by January 1st, all of our tournaments are full, and then I start to schedule them sometime in late January or February-ish. So everything's out on there right now. So that gives you kind of a jump start with your scheduling and maybe, your work schedules and requesting off. We do have a really nice team store. It's the TCA team store. So you click on that, you can click on this. We do, this year we are asking all of our players to have a white helmet. All you'd have to do is buy the helmet. We have the logo stickers here in my office. So if you guys if you don't have a white helmet, I know most of you do. If you don't, if you could purchase one of these 2 helmets here, these are just fine. I know a lot of the boys get the face guards here. I recommend it. I got one for my son. There's nothing like, you don't want to get a fastball into the face or the cheek or the nose. So these, it really helps. But we really want to be, we want to look nice at tournaments. So if all of our players have white helmets, we would appreciate that. As for other things like bags, that is on your own. You can get custom bags. So you order all these bags and they put the CBT logo on it. So everything here, you can, if it's on the outerwear, you can get the CBT logo on it. But that's not required. I just require the 2 jerseys, the 2 hats, and then the white helmet with our CB sticker on it. And again, you can get those CB stickers right from me here in the office. There's great prices actually on these Oakleys. It's pretty much 15 to 20% less than where you're gonna find the prices for Oakley sunglasses. There's other kinds of sunglasses too. This is where I get all of mine. So this is a good place to get some of your extra items. Over here, this is just our facilities page, all that good stuff. Here, it's more membership information. If you have a business and you want to advertise with us here, there's information there. Turf rentals, indoor facility rentals, and we also do birthday parties. I think we had 4 or 5 birthday parties last year, which are really good because you get the entire facility. If you do want to do a birthday party out here and you're a CBT player, contact me. We will give you a huge discount on that. It depends. The discount depends on how many hours you're looking at, but usually we give a 20 to 25% discount to any CBT players. Obviously, January through April, it's going to be a little bit more hit or miss with the times that we have available, but certainly contact me if you want to do that. Here are sponsors. These are our sponsors this year. If you have a business again and you want to sponsor our program, we do have one huge spot left in our indoor facility with the huge 10 by 12 advertisements on it would be the east wall. And we also do outdoor field sponsors with your logo on the outfield fence. Those are $500 for the year. The big sponsor at the indoor facility is, I believe, $2,500 for the year for any business advertisements. So that kind of gives you, a brief breakdown of our website. The last couple things, and probably one of the most important things, well, these 2 things. So if you want to log on and check your payments, you can go right to here. So you click on this parent login. That's going to take you to the StatStack page. So if there's any disputes, with your payments, StatStack is a third-party entity. So if something's going on with your pay and you're doing stat stack, you would not contact me. You would contact them with their help button. It usually goes to a girl named Nikki. She's really good. She lives in Oshkosh and she gets back to people really quick. If you need her email, I can give it to you directly. So just shoot me a text or an email and I will forward that on to Nikki, and she can help you with any of the payments through StatStack. Again, that is a third-party entity and that is not run or operated by me. So once we get our uniforms, so this is our team uniform store. So right now I'm getting all the mock-ups we're doing 3 jerseys this year. We are going to stay with the particular teams, whether they want to do the 2 jerseys or go to 3 jerseys. My guess is that most people are going to want to do the 3rd jersey this year. We're doing it's like a baby blue pinstripe jersey. It's kind of like a retro 80s kind of look. Initially I wasn't too crazy about it, but it's really grown on me, and we're going to have a 3rd hat option as well for people if they want to do it, but that's going to be determined by each team. So we still have the minimum requirement of the 2 hats and the 2 jerseys and then the batting helmet. So those are the only things required. Obviously you can see right here it says the team store closed. So we had an option for fall players that were new where they could go on here, but this is where you're going to access the team store. I will send links to it once the uniforms are ready to be ordered. Once those are ordered here, they're going to ship directly to your house. So right here, the required items, you're going to see those 2 jerseys and those 2 hats. Those are the items that you have to order, and then the optional ones are going to be here, and then they also put some additional apparel. So if mom or dad or grandma and grandpa want to buy any shirts, hats, sweatshirts, things like that, you're going to see that on here. And then the last thing that I wanted to go to, and really probably the most important, is the facility schedule. I'm gonna go back to this again. So the facility schedule is right here. There's a link for it. There's also a link up here, I believe. I had it. Yeah, so right here. So under facilities, if you hover over facilities and click on the facility schedule, it will take you there. But again, most people are going to access it right from the main page. So facility schedule, click on that, and this is today. So I want the best way to look at this is to think from a bird's eye view. So right here is cage 1. So right down here would be the front doors of the facility. Here's my office, and the bathrooms would be over here. So that's kind of the way we're looking at this, basically from cage 1 over to the Academy turf area. So cage 1 is the hit tracks cage over on it would be the west side of the building. Then there's cage 2, and then there's cage 3. So this would be the batting cage area. And then this is the Academy turf area. So this is going to be the area over by the basketball hoop and where those 3 pitching lanes are. So that's kind of how it looks on the screen here. And then obviously this is the outdoor field. We have that on here just for the ease where we don't have 2 different systems for the outdoor field and the indoor facility. The weight room is here. I probably can take that off because the weight room is typically always open for our players all year round. Sometimes we do block it off if there's a certain like workout thing that we're doing or a certain program where we need to use the weight room for it. And that there is one. It's the pitching sessions that we have coming up starting in November through the middle of March. But anyways, so you can see here, there's nothing scheduled today. So you could come out here anytime from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Those are our open hours. We don't want people and kids in here past 10 o'clock because there's no need for kids to be in here past 10 o'clock. I'm going to take you back a couple months here. So kind of more into the busy times. So here's a Monday during school. So you can see practice started at 5 p.m. and it goes until pretty much 8:30 p.m. So you can't come in here and use anything because we've got the whole facility blocked off for our practices. You could come in right after school and get some work in, or the kids could come in from 8:30 to 10 p.m. Obviously probably older kids, and get some work in. So that would be a Monday in March. So you go to Tuesday, you could see it's even more. After the Tuesdays, there was a rental for a Grand Shoot baseball team. This is a Wednesday. So you really can see that there's a lot of things that start to happen. This is a Saturday. So we've got a lot of things going on a Saturday morning. in March, and then come 3 o'clock from 3 till 10, the facility is wide open. You do not go in here and schedule anything. So this is a first come, first serve basis. You know, and I would say this too, if something is going till 3 o'clock, don't get here at 2:45 and think that you're gonna get on there right at 3. It's everything usually goes over a little bit by 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes. So always think that, you know, there should be a little bit of a buffer time in there. And then Sundays for us, we try to do, and we are gonna have a couple things that we do Sunday mornings, more so workout stuff for all of our different age groups. But starting here, and even by noon, a lot of the Sundays, we designate this for rentals, for outside teams. So one of the things that I wanted to do was make the facility available at least one of the days where we can help and make it open to just other teams. You know, it's mostly baseball, but we do have some softball teams that come and rent it. But you can see Sundays here. This Sunday, there's nothing open until 9 o'clock. So my suggestion would be, if you wanted to get out here and use it Sunday morning, I would come from 6 to 8:30. Now, obviously, again, so that's in March. That's our busiest time of the year. Now you come to June on the 10th. We've got some practices scheduled, but you can see if the kids are out of school and they want to come get some workouts in, the entire facility all day long is open. So I'm going to go back to today. You can see here we've had, I think there's been 4 or 5 boys that have come through the facility today. So that's how you can see what's going on in the facility. So I would say if you come in, let's say you're coming from Fond du Lac and you didn't check the schedule and the facility is being used by a team for a practice, that's not our fault. So make sure that you're checking the facility before you come to it if you want to use it. Like I said, we're in August, it's probably going to be open. Once you get into October, you know, things start to get filled up. It's an indoor facility in Wisconsin, so once the weather gets cold, a lot more people want to get in here and use it. So Saturday, October 25th, don't come in from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. because it's going to be used for different programs that we have. If you want to come in earlier, that's fine, and pretty much you got 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock that you can come out here on that Saturday. Sunday, right now, there's nothing in there. There may be something in there though, so I would check it the day of or the night before if you want to come out and use the indoor facility. So that's our scheduling system. Again, you don't go on there and click and then reserve it. Nothing is reserved. We only had one time throughout, we've been open 2.5 years here, where we had a lot of kids in here. It was in the summer, I think last year, and there was about 27 kids in here, I think I counted, but it was all CBT people and they all worked together. They got 3 cages out. I think one of the boys, they divided the cage in half and they hit outwards, which was awesome. So if you come in here and there's a bunch of people in here, work with them, you know, maybe talk to them and say, hey, how much longer do you have? You know, if one's hitting, you guys can go out and throw on the other half of the facility. If you gotta wait, there is a player lounge upstairs with a TV, a PlayStation, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna try to leave it there so I don't get too long-winded, but that's how you kind of navigate through the website so you can be up to date with things and see how things are going in the facility, at the outdoor field, and lessons and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions beyond that, certainly please let me know. Thank you guys.